suck on this one time, you putz! I was in Chicago last week. I said, hey, Obama, you might want to suck on one of these, you punk! You don't get that. Obama, he's a piece of shit, and I told him to suck on my machine gun. Let's hear it for him. And then I was in New York. I said, hey, Hillary, you might want to ride one of these into the sunset, you worthless bitch. And since I'm in California, I want Barbara Boxer. She might want to suck on my machine gun. Hey, Diane Feinstein, ride one of these, you worthless whore. Any questions? Freedom! Just an idea. It's just in the working stages right now, but back right.
The KKK of America, the U.S. of white America, and white America supported Barack Obama. That's why there's the reaction.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are you to be judged by your promotion and association with Hal Turner?
I don't know anybody named
Nazi.
This is nonsense.
I'll let you talk.
Sir,
I'll let you talk.
Sir, that was no. I'm not gonna,
you don't
sir,
want me to
that
say
was
this
a man
on the
that
air.
was banned from my radio show 10 years ago. Do that.
Oh, you screaming because you don't want the truth to come out.
I don't know anybody named. I don't know anybody named. This is nonsense. Do that.
Oh, you screaming because you don't want the truth to come out.
I don't know anybody named. This is nonsense. Do that.
Oh, you screaming because you don't want the truth to come out.
He's a man with a message, trying to appeal to our very worst instincts.
No more savage black crime!
Hal Turner markets his message of hatred at white supremacist rallies and on his internet radio show.
Turner Show!
I say publicly what most folks already know and think, but dare to do so only in private. And my radio show is the only radio show in America where people can call up and say whatever they want about racial issues.
Turner is the latest in a long list of extremists who have played to fear and ignorance. People like David Duke, formerly of the Ku Klux Klan. Tom Metzger, a neo-Nazi.
But we're racist, and we make no apology for it.
George Lincoln Rockwell, the founder of the American Nazi Party.
Jews are behind it and have financed it.
And Father Charles Coughlin, who in the 1930s used the airwaves to preach anti-Semitism and fascism.
Drive the money changers from the temple, and you did it!
So I sat down face to face with Hal Turner. Who is Hal Turner?
Talk radio host from metropolitan New York City that smashes political correctness every Wednesday night.
Come on now, you're a little more abrasive than that.
Well, sure, I have to be, because political correctness in America today is a fanatical ideology, and it requires fanatical ways of punching through it. A lot of people call it hate, racism, bigotry.
Brown-skinned animals!
Turner says his racist beliefs were born when Republican voters in New Jersey passed him over as a congressional candidate in favor of a Latino woman.
I am being discriminated against because I'm white.
So you're bitter?
I am offended that the culture that developed and built and paid for this country is now being at the back of the bus, so to speak, because for some reason or another, all these lower cultures and lower races are more important, and I find that disgusting. But the point I'm trying to make is, this is a simple way for white people to say they are fed up with black crime.
Do you know what those nooses mean to African Americans?
Do you
care? Do you care what it means to an African American?
No, I'm tired of caring about what things mean to different people of different races.
Doesn't a noose symbolize hate, bigotry, division?
Justice.
What do you mean, justice?
That's what symbolizes. Justice. Rapists, justice. Child molesters, justice.
You're saying this is not a symbol for the way black people were treated years and years ago.
Maybe they deserved it, and I don't care. This is a symbol of justice. You're going to see a lot more of this in the United States.
Bible studies.
Well, if I had Glenn Beck on my side, I could take him. Me and Glenn against that guy. There he is.
How's your bicep, Glenn? Come on over.
Not good. This one's pudding. This one's kind of that Jello stuff that's on the top of Spam.
Hey, what about you?
How are you?
Well,
Good morning.
You better get that ready because to do this because on Thursday night, 6 o'clock at the White House, they're going to have a beer fest.
Is unbelievable.
Why?
That is why?
Yeah, why?
For a teaching lesson, some sort of a who needs to learn what here? This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is, but you can't sit in a pew with Jeremiah Wright for 20 years and not hear some of that stuff and not have it wash over. What kind of president of the United States immediately jumps on the police? Just like what kind of president would ever say, oh, well, he's black. Of course he was breaking into the house. You'd never do that. You'd never do that. Right. He wanted to address this. Now they're going to have a beer? That's obscene.
It seems weird to me that he wanted to perpetuate the story. What's even more interesting, though, is that reports are coming out that he actually wanted that question.
Yeah, he did.
The night. So he thought through potentially the words that he was going to use.
You bet.
Which is a different story than just doing it off the cuff.
Well, I guess because you can learn something from somebody just off the cuff, but I guess you don't really. I don't think you learn anything new from Barack Obama off the cuff or planned. This guy has a social justice. He is going to set all of the wrongs of the past right.
But listen, you can't say he doesn't like white people. David Axelrod's white. Rahm Emanuel's his chief of staff are white. I think 70% of the people that we see every day are white. Robert Gibbs is white.
I'm not saying that he doesn't like white people. I'm saying he has a problem. This guy is, I believe, a racist. Look at the things that he has been surrounded by.
Give us an example aside from this.
Let's give his new green job czar. The guy is again black liberation theology, a black nationalist who is also an avowed communist. He comes in and he puts that guy in. Well, wait a minute. How many people with this kind of philosophy do you need to have in your life before we start to say, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your people"? I'll tell you though, Sarah, that. Here's a guy doing a book on your family that is now able to look into Piper's bedroom. You know, he's the only reason, he's a voyeur. The only reason why he moved there is to be either a peeping Tom and watch your family over the fence, or B, watch the comings and goings of your family. I have to tell you, there is a difference between fighting a battle and saying, look, I disagree with you and we'll be on the battlefield of ideas. This is harassment. This is stalking and harassment. There's a difference. Leave my family, leave people's families alone. I don't think I've ever. I made this when it was Bill Clinton. You don't go after Chelsea Clinton. You don't talk about the Bush kids. Now, the minute they get into politics, that's a different story. You leave the families alone. We've never done anything but protect the families and question why the White House would bring their children into political debate. Leave the families alone.
Daddy, did you plug the hole yet? Daddy?
No, I didn't, honey.
I know you're pregnant on another date.
Mm-hmm.
And
big country.
I was wondering, Daddy, if you plugged that hole yet.
Honey? Not yet.
Why not, Daddy? Why, Daddy?
Not time yet, honey. Haven't done enough damage.
Daddy?
Not enough damage yet, honey.
Daddy?
Yeah?
Why do you hate black people so much?
The part white, honey.
The what?
What?
The what?
What?
What'd you say?
Excuse me?
This is such a ridiculous. Such a ridiculous thing that his daughter.
Oh, it's so
Daddy?
How old is his daughter? Like 13?
Well, one of them's, I think, 13, one's 11 or something.
Did you plug the hole yet, Daddy? Is that that's the level of their education? That they're coming to Daddy and saying, Daddy, did you plug the hole yet?
Jesus.
Plug the hole.
This is Glenn Beck. Yeah, this is the.
Yes, I was
among the most.
I was doing some deep sea diving yesterday, and
Daddy.
Yeah. I was doing some. Yeah, honey,
Why do you still let the polar bears die? Daddy? Why do you still let Sarah Palin destroy the environment? Why not, Daddy? Why not just put her in some sort of a camp?
Okay, so.
Over 100 people that have died in Texas Hill Country. What you are not being told by the media anywhere is that the death toll likely would not have been as high if it wasn't for DEI.
I don't want to hear about anything about the left being violent. I don't want to hear about minorities, mainly black people, being violent and preaching violent to the airwaves. I don't want to hear about Palestinians being terrorists. I don't want to hear about, such and such and such and such being, whatever the group that, you fill in the blank are part of the problem. It says in that Bible, you got a splinter in your eye. Don't worry about the splinter in my eye. Worry about the log jam in yours.